The unfolding drama surrounding Rachel Zegler and Disney's ill-fated Snow White remake has reached a point of cultural absurdity, culminating in an unexpected confrontation with Jack Black that many say pushed Zegler into therapy. The situation, already volatile due to Zegler's polarizing interviews and the film's sweeping departures from its original 1937 source, was only further inflamed when Black, star of the Minecraft movie and a Hollywood veteran, allegedly confronted her for tearing down a beloved classic that generations had grown up with. Zegler was initially positioned as Disney's next big star, cast to lead the remake of Snow White, the very film that built the Disney brand. It should have been a career-defining role. Instead, it's become a masterclass in how public image and marketing missteps can turn a fairy tale into a full-blown Hollywood disaster. Fans were already livid about Zegler's early press rounds, where she labeled the prince a stalker, dismissed the love story as creepy, and proudly announced her version of Snow White wouldn't need a man. She seemed more interested in politicizing the character than embodying her. What was meant to be a magical revival turned into what many saw as an arrogant, out-of-touch reinvention. According to sources, Jack Black, who had his own major release with the Minecraft movie, confronted Zegler directly over her attitude. He reportedly challenged her on why she mocked the story, insulted fans, and disregarded the role that made Disney iconic. Reports suggest he didn't mince words, telling her that removing the prince, replacing the dwarfs, and turning Snow White into a feminist lecture was not only disrespectful to the original but alienating to audiences. Insiders claim this confrontation happened behind closed doors, but its aftermath was anything but private. The moment hit a tipping point as Snow White was crushed at the box office, making less than $3 million while Minecraft, a film once mocked for being blocky and juvenile, exploded with $60 million in a single weekend. Zegler, who once said people would wait in line to see her, was photographed watching her own film in an empty theater, alone, holding a bouquet, with not another soul in sight. The image went viral, and not in the way any studio would hope. To make things worse, the Snow White remake had already been plagued by baffling creative decisions. The dwarfs were replaced with CGI creatures. The romance was axed entirely. The tone of the film, according to critics and early test audiences, was not magical or nostalgic, but condescending. Where viewers expected charm, they got monologues. Where they wanted romance, they were told it was outdated. Disney's decision to turn the film into a political statement, spearheaded by Zegler's interviews, seemed increasingly out of step with what audiences wanted from a beloved story. Black, known for his goofy and joyful on-screen persona, was apparently the unlikely voice of reason. His Minecraft movie wasn't trying to send a message. It just wanted to entertain. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Audiences left Minecraft screenings energized, laughing, participating in crowd chants and quoting lines. Meanwhile, Snow White played to silence and eye rolls. For a movie with a $200 million-plus budget, the result was not only disappointing, it was humiliating. Following the confrontation, reports surfaced that Zegler had gone into therapy. Her social media accounts went dark, replaced only by a cryptic post, white text on a black screen saying she was taking time to heal. The post was brief, but its message echoed loud and clear. This wasn't just a career stumble. It was an emotional and professional reckoning. Behind the scenes, Disney was in full panic mode. Executives reportedly removed Zegler from promotional tours, hired a media handler to follow her, and even greenlit emergency reshoots. Internally, one executive is said to have screamed, "How did we let Snow White become a TED Talk?" While Zegler's defenders say she was brave for voicing her opinions, critics argue that her combative tone, political outbursts, and disdain for the role revealed a performer more interested in self-expression than in honoring the story or connecting with fans. Even worse, her now-deleted tweet supporting Palestine added fuel to an already raging fire. Posted shortly after co-star Gal Gadot, an Israeli actress and military veteran, spoke about the October 7th attacks, the tweet was seen as poorly timed and divisive. Disney's PR team reportedly begged her to take it down. She refused. Tensions escalated, and the studio quietly removed her from appearances without public explanation. As the fallout continued, the cultural conversation exploded. South Park joined the fray with a savage parody that mocked Zegler, Disney, and the broader trend of forced diversity swaps. They reimagined Cartman and other characters as adult women of color, highlighting the perceived performative nature of such casting decisions when they're not backed by strong storytelling. The episode wasn't subtle, and it wasn't meant to be. It simply echoed what a significant portion of the audience had been saying for months. Disney was prioritizing ideology over entertainment, and Zegler was the unfortunate face of that shift. Zegler's problems didn't end there. Inside sources claimed that even merchandise tied to the movie underperformed. Retailers reportedly began slashing prices and canceling reorders. Park attractions and tie-ins were quietly shelved. Investors started asking hard questions about whether Disney's live-action formula had reached its breaking point. Boardroom discussions turned to whether nostalgia should take a back seat to activism, and if audiences were finally pushing back. As for Jack Black, he walked away clean. His Minecraft film continues to thrive. He continues to be beloved by fans across demographics. While Zegler is embroiled in what some are calling the worst celebrity brand fallout in recent memory, Black has emerged as an unexpected folk hero, a guy who said what many others in Hollywood were too scared to voice. And what about Zegler now? Her team has gone quiet. No public statements. No red carpet appearances. No signs of her next project. Whether she will be able to rebuild her career remains to be seen. Hollywood loves a comeback, but it demands humility. For now, her future is uncertain. In the end, this saga is about more than just a movie. It's about the disconnect between corporate storytelling and audience expectations. It's about the power of authenticity and the danger of using a fairy tale as a podium. Disney may recover. Jack Black will be fine. But for Rachel Zegler, the road to redemption starts with learning when to speak and when to listen.